Hey, what's up, guys? Sky here doing a Blistercoil deck tech for Modern. It's a very straightforward deck. It runs about 2 to 4 tickets, depending on which copy, if you can get certain copies of cards. And it's a lot of fun, and it's easy to upgrade if you want to upgrade, or you could play the budget version. It's semi-competitive, and it's a lot of fun. So we'll just jump right into it and get started. The first card in the deck that everybody, which is the namesake card, is the Blistercoil Weird. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Blistercoil gets +1/+1 until the end of turn and untaps. So the idea of this card is to put a Paradise Mantle on it, so that way you have infinite amount of mana, because every time you play a draw spell, which this pile is, we'll get into that in a second, it untaps itself, and then you get to use the mana again and again and again and again. So, Blistercoil Weird is the main card in the deck. Paradise Mantle is a great card. It's 0-drop. So turn 1 you play Blistercoil, turn 2 you attach Paradise Mantle, and you go to town. The next card in the deck is Kiln Fiend. Kiln Fiend, obviously, when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you get +3/+0 to the end of the turn. It's just a nice another finisher. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're pumping it up with all the spells that you're drawing anyway, so it's a good addition to Blistercoil Weird. It is a great combo. I got one brand archer in here, which is a pinger every time you play a spell. Does 1 damage. And then I have electrostatic field in here as well that does the same thing. The reason I don't have 2 of each, or I have 1 of each, is for surgicals and things like that, just in case somebody wants to eliminate it, or like Declaration of Stone. They're just in here for utility. The electrostatic field has a big enough butt on it that you can take a little bit more damage with, so that's why I have that, as opposed to Firebrand Archer, which you can also attack in with. So the next cards are, I run 4 ops, which just lets you scry and draw a card. I have Slip Through Space, which I have 4 of these as well. And this card is target creature can't block, draw a card. So you can make sure that you're getting through with your damage. Expedite gives a creature haste and draws you a card. So that way, if you do get Kiln Fiend out, maybe say turn 3, you can use it, pump it, get in with damage immediately. Also draws you a card. So it's a free cantrip in red. I also have Renegade Tactics, which is target creature can't block, to allow you to get through with damage. Also draws you a card. I have 1 Crash Through, which gives your creature trample, just in case you can't get past it, you can still get through it. So it's a pretty simple package. We're running 15 cantrips in this deck. I have 4 Gut Shots, just because they cost nothing. They're a free spell that untaps your Blistercoil Weird and also gives your Kiln Fiend +3. It also does 1 point of damage, so if you watch my last video I just posted, you can see right there that I killed their creature, their 1/1 creature, and was able to attack through. I have 2 Lightning Bolts in here just for some simple basic removal, and then we go into our pump spells, which are Mutagenic Growth. Again, it's green. You can pay with it for Paradise Mantle that produces any color, but if you can't, you could pay 2, and it becomes a free spell. You pay 2 life. Team Battle Rage is just a good closeout, because if it gives your creature double strike to get in for that extra points of damage, and if it's over 4 power, which meaning if you use Team Battle Rage on Kiln Fiend, it's automatically a 4/4, or 4/2, excuse me, and you'll be able to get in for 8 damage. Plus trample, which makes it really freaking sweet. So that's the basic deck. I run 6 mountains, 6 islands, and 4 sulfur falls. Now you can upgrade the mana base, and that's where you're going to be spending the money. Absolutely, you can definitely upgrade. It's definitely upgradable. But as you can see, we're only running 16 lands in this deck. So it's not a whole lot. Next, we have a sideboard. I run 4 Apostles' Blessings for protection, in case you're playing somebody that has a lot of removal. That way you can protect your Blistercoil Weird or your Kiln Fiend. I have 1 Dispel to cover instants or sorceries, 2 Mana Leaks for Super Control, a Thing in Ice in case they're playing a lot of creatures, so you can bounce everything back and get in with it. You are playing a shit ton of cantrips, so you can Thing in the Ice. I have 2 more Lightning Bolts and 2 Abrades to also help with artifact destruction and also to get, kill smaller creatures. I have a Tormod's Crypt and 2 Sentinel Totems. The reason I don't run 3 Tormod's Crypts is because I like the Sentinel Totem. For one, it's really not that much more mana, and you get to scry 1. And for me, to pay 1 extra for scrying, just, 1, it keeps the budget down. And 2, it's really not a bad card. I think it's just as good as Tormod Crypt. Getting the scry 1 helps us skip a land, or helps us find that land if we need that second or third land to close out the game. So, really quick, that is my deck. If you like it, hit that like button. If you have any comments or any ways that I can improve it, comment below. And if you're feeling real squirrely, subscribe. And if you really like what I do and you want to help me out, share this. Share this on social media somewhere, and I'd appreciate that a whole lot. But anyway, thanks for coming through, and I appreciate your time. Thanks. Good night.